That stunning move overnight from President Trump blasting the $900 billion COVID relief bill that passed Congress just days ago. He called it a disgrace and asked for larger stimulus checks and other changes. Help for millions of Americans impacted by the pandemic now suddenly in limbo. And ABC's Rachel Scott is tracking the very latest. Rachel, good morning to you.
Dan, good morning. And this is relief that the American people have now been waiting months for. That stimulus package would provide aid for millions out of work and fearing eviction. But now all of that is up in the air with a threat from the president. This morning, President Trump signaling he won't sign that COVID relief package set to provide aid for millions of Americans.
Send me a suitable bill, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package.
The president labeling the bipartisan bill a disgrace, demanding Congress increase the amount of those stimulus checks from $600 to $2,000. But the president's new threat coming after lawmakers have already left Washington for the holidays, and after the Trump administration had promised those checks would be in the mail as soon as next week.
Let me emphasize that people are going to see this money at the beginning of next week.
Now that crucial aid on hold for millions, like recent graduate Shantae Katnisser, who says she does not know how she'll be able to support her family and pay her student loans next month.
It would be really nice to get a little support so that I don't become homeless, so that I can pay my bills.
And just before the holidays, images like this, long lines at food banks from coast to coast. Democrats say they will take Trump up on his $2,000 check demand. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tweeting overnight that they are ready to bring this to the floor this week. Let's do it. But Republicans have refused to budge on the price tag of the roughly $900 billion stimulus package. And one of the president's closest allies, Senator Lindsey Graham, calling the bill imperfect, but saying the sooner the bill becomes law, the better. President-elect Joe Biden calling it just a down payment.
How can you assure Americans that relief will come and come soon?
I predict to you we'll get cooperation. The public is not going to stand for us not doing.
And it's not just relief for Americans. Funding for the government is also tied to that bill, so the nation could be headed toward a government shutdown in less than a week if the president refuses to sign it, Dan.
Yeah, that's the question. Is this a real veto threat or just voicing his displeasure? Meanwhile, Rachel, overnight, President Trump granted 15 pardons and 5 commutations. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, with just 4 weeks left in office, Dan, the president issuing the slate of pardons. Now, on that list, Duncan Hunter and Chris Collins. These are 2 former congressmen who were convicted on corruption charges, both forced to resign, both supporters of President Trump. Also, another ally, George Papadopoulos. This is a man who was convicted for lying to the FBI during Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. And President Trump also deciding to issue 4 pardons for these Blackwater military contractors who were convicted of killing unarmed civilians in Iraq back in 2007. One of the witnesses saying that one of those contractors opened fire on a crowd of women and children. Democrats are slamming this move, saying the president is trying to bring down the House of Justice on his way out the door, Dan.
More pardons overnight, and we are hearing more potentially to come. Rachel, thank you so much for your coverage this morning.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.